Hey, what's going on, YouTube? I'm back after the Thanksgiving holiday. I took a week off to celebrate, so to my American viewers, hope you had a good Thanksgiving celebration, and now we can get back into Pokemon. It is a new month, which means we're going to take a look at my November eBay sales. Again, who am I? I'm Parish Plays. Sell Pokemon cards primarily on eBay, but also on TCGPlayer a little bit. We'll go over what my sales look like in November. Are we slumping? Am I crashing? Am I trying to sell everything before everything goes to zero? I'll talk about all that in this video, so let's hop right into it. Total sales for the month, $2,744, which is pretty good. Honestly, that's better than last month. Last month's sales were at only $2,000. So again, that is total sales, which includes taxes and shipping, so that's not what I came home with. Net of taxes and selling costs, it was about $2,053, and that breaks down into 60 items, which if you watch this channel, you know I try to stay within that 30 to 35 items sold. Typically, I like to do one per day. The reason that's higher this month, my nephew actually handed me his collection of Pokemon cards. He wanted me to sell them off. He's looking to just get some money for it. He'd rather have spending cash, probably for Roblox, if I'm honest. But he's just looking to get out of Pokemon, looking to get some cash out of it. So I told him I'd sell his stuff on eBay. So that's why that quantity is higher this month. I've been selling single cards of his, and they've been selling pretty well. Single cards are a lot more annoying to deal with, though, I will be honest. There's a lot more people that reach out either because of a card's quality, should have been labeled as damaged when I labeled it as heavy played, something like that. There's just a lot more difficulties and headaches that come with single cards than come with graded cards like I'm used to selling. So I'll probably stick to graded cards, but it is good to note that the single cards are selling. So honestly, pretty decent month, especially with, Black Friday and eBay don't really work together. It seems like most people are spending their Black Friday funds elsewhere. Again, everyone, consumers, buyers that are looking to buy stuff, we all have limited funds available. So that's the thing with Black Friday. It's these big corporations keep moving the dates up and up further and further every week. I think Walmart and Target had Black Friday deals, quote unquote, like 2 weeks before Black Friday. So it's really tough when you're selling on eBay because eBay doesn't really do anything for you as far as Black Friday or sales go. So a lot of people have already spent their money elsewhere and really aren't looking at collectibles. Again, collectibles aren't typically what you buy someone for Christmas gifts. A lot of times you're just buying it for yourself. So collectible sales can come down during this season, which is pretty standard to see. So awesome to see this up a little bit, but I think that could be due to some part of that being my nephew's collection. But I did get a return back in November, so part of that is selling those cards. So that's what boosted it for sure. But happy to see that number up as opposed to down, obviously, when you're trying to sell things. And I don't really have a sales goal for the year or anything like that. I'm just trying to make a few extra $100 a month, that can go towards a student loan debt or something like that. So not really too worried about that total sales number. Really, more about how much I'm actually bringing home. We'll save that for another video. So again, here we talk about the November slump, and it actually was pretty good throughout the entire month until, like I said, Black Friday. Really, that whole week of Thanksgiving, Black Friday, things really slowed down, which makes sense when you think about your own spending habits. A lot of times you were spending time with family. Like I said, I took a whole week off. I hardly bought anything over the week just because I was, had family in town. I was doing projects around the house, things like that. So this chart totally makes sense to me. Pretty decent sales all the way up until Thanksgiving week, and then everything kind of slowed down. So I do expect things to pick up a little bit in December as we move towards the holiday season. But again, people will be spending money on their Christmas gifts for their family, friends, significant others. So a lot of that will be taking the money away from what they can put into collectibles. So I don't expect anything too crazy, but I do expect probably a better month than November. But again, it really depends on if I get any PSA returns back, because PSA is just taking so long that's sort of really cyclical. So we'll see what happens. Largest sale of the month was this Charmander from 151 in a Gem Mint 10. This is one that I bought off eBay. Lucky enough to grade a 10. I actually graded all of them, the Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Pikachu, and this was the only 10 that came back. The good news with that is this pays for all 4 of those that came back in 9s and 8s, so it's okay there. You'll see I sold this for $337. Buyer paid a little bit more on tax, so $360 is what he paid total. And again, I think that feels a little cheap. That's definitely off of its high. It was around $400, maybe even $450 a few months ago, back when things were really booming for PSA 10s. But I'm still happy to sell this off for $300. Again, when I look at other cards that are $300, you're talking about like the Charizard VMAX from Champion's Path is only $350, and that's like a $200 card, whereas this Charmander is only a $50 card. So as long as that premium's there, I'm going to keep running these plays. Again, I would love to keep this card for sure because Charmander is my boy and I love this art rare. But if I can sell this for $350 and net over here on the left, $289 even after fees, you take out what I paid for grading, which is $20, what I paid for the card, probably $50, you're still looking at $200 gains. So as long as the premium's there, I'm going to just keep running these plays, and that's exactly what I did. I took these premiums and bought one of every copy of those again. A Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Pikachu for under $200, so I can turn around and run this play right again. And I'm happy to do that as long as the premium is there, like I mentioned. So love to have this card, but for now, these are hard to grade, honestly. So not surprising to see it command the premium, but for a $50 card to be selling for $350, I'll take that, even if it's off its high, because I'll just run the play again and hope it goes up. Sale number 2, Starmie V. This one was a difficult one because I do absolutely love this card, and this is another one that's off its high. This one was like $400 again during the boom, and I sold this right around the same price as the Charmander for $333 plus 20 bucks tax, $350 for the buyer. I netted $285 after this, and this one is a little bit different because this is like a $100 card now. So again, it makes sense to be grading more Charmanders. The flip side is Charmander is a more difficult Gem Mint 10, so there's a little more risk. These Starmie Vs are pretty easy to grade. You can see this card is even off-centered left to right, so it's surprising to see this one get a 10. But again, if the centering is the only other thing that's wrong and the surface edges and corners are all 10s, PSA will round that up to a 10. So that's kind of why I send some of those. But this is another one that I want a lot of copies of because I do love this card and it grades pretty easily. So you'll see in my end slide, rolled more profits into more of these plays because I do absolutely love this card. But the premium, not as good as the Charmander, and that's kind of why I'm running the Charmander play first. Sale number 3, another 151 card, the War Turtle. 151, I still want as many cards of these as I can because it rotates in April of next year. So I'm trying to grade as many of these as I can. And unfortunately, I could hold this card and probably in April it'll go up, but I could sell it now, buy more cards, grade them, and get them back before April comes. So that's kind of how I've been playing this, is with PSA's turnaround being 3 to 4 months out. I'm still trying to collect and grade as many 151 singles as I can in anticipation of 4 months down the road, 5 months down the road, when April hits, I think there'll be a huge run on 151 products and singles. So I'm trying to get as many of those as I can, and that includes selling some of these 151 cards now, even though I think they'll be more expensive in the future. Sold this for $265. Buyer paid about $290 after fees and all that. I get $224 net. So again, this one's a little bit of a cheaper art rare too, $34. So the premium is there on these, even though again it's off its high, but that is kind of what it is. You just play the ebbs and flows in the market. Because the PSA 10 has gone down, the raw price usually goes down. So that means I'm buying cards a little bit cheaper. As long as the margin's still there, it makes sense to do these. This is one that's actually I pulled from the God Pack that I had opened. So cost basis was even lower on this one. But sometimes you hit it big on those cards that you open, but most times you don't. We've been having pretty bad luck with our openings recently. And I think that's why. I think I used a lot of it up, pulling 2 God Packs from 151. But I still never pulled the Charizard, which is absolutely crazy. I pulled everything else multiple times over. Never pulled the Charizard. So what am I doing with the proceeds? Again, talk versus talk, walk versus walk. I mention it every single week in my Pokemon card market video that I'm still buying Prismatic Evolutions. You see here $128, even after shipping as well. So for $130 for this box, yeah, I'll be picking those up. I've seen, I think more of these are coming to Costco. People have been finding them at Dollar General, so they're still definitely out there if you want to keep hunting for them, or you can buy them from Facebook Marketplace. I'm sure people would be selling them there. But like I said, the easy route is to just pick one up on eBay I've been buying about one per week, which is what I've been saying, because that's pretty comfortable, $500 a month. But with Black Friday, I bought some other big things. I'll mention that after this next one. And so I held out. I think this was the only Prismatic Evolutions box that I bought this month, but I still love this box. I think I have like 25 of these ETBs now. So I just want as many of these as I can get. I'm pretty sure this will do very well in the future. It might take 1, 2, 3 years to get there, but I have a lot of faith in this set. And then again, the Starmie V, like I was talking about, $94.76. Rolled the proceeds. Like I said, I've got about $200 in proceeds from that. Buying 2 of these for $200 lets me run the play again with total proceeds. So in a dream scenario, both of these grade, although I think I got this one and it was pretty off-centered. So I'm not sure if it'll get a 10. I'll probably send it anyway. But even in a 9, this is a card that I want to hold. That's my strategy with grading, is I want to grade popular cards that I think will go up even in 9 or raw value. Because if they're not gradable, or if they get a 9, I'll just hold on to it rather than selling it at a loss, so that eventually it'll go up. And then really, like I was mentioning, Black Friday, I bought actually a whole bundle display of Paldean Fates booster bundles, sealed display, luckily. I think it was either $650 or $550. There was some Black Friday coupon at TCG Stadium, and I took advantage of that. So that's where my investment money went this month. I've also been picking up some of those Target boxes, anything Black Friday, Walmart, Target that I could get my hands on. I've been buying those. So I only bought one Prismatic ETB, but I think that sealed booster bundle display case of Paldean Fates is a really good product. And I wanted that because I just don't have as much Paldean Fates as I do 151 and Prismatic Evolutions. So nice to pick that up, kind of fill a hole in my investment portfolio, and a product that I think will do very well long term. I do love booster bundles, especially the sealed display of it. So love that product. Happy to get that one on a Black Friday deal. That was really cool. And that's really all I've got. I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, I took a week off, but I'll be back to uploading 3 videos a week. Back with my weekly Pokemon card market update on Wednesdays, and then maybe Friday we'll get back to more either GameStop power packs or I'll open something live. I still need to pull that Charizard and Paldean Fate, so stay tuned for that. But I appreciate you guys. Like this video if you like this kind of content. Subscribe to my channel if you want more Pokemon content. Got 3 videos coming this week. Comment, it goes a long way for the algorithm, what sort of content you want to see. Still trying to figure out my channel, what you guys want to see, what you guys are looking for. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Check out one of my other ones right over there.